is a slightly different video. It's more of updates on one of draft2digital's policies, and that is the removal of summary books and workbooks as well, actually. So here's the email from September 26th. So it says, content policy changes. We're writing to let you know that many of our global retail partners are taking steps to remove summary books from their store shelves, regardless of genre. So basically, they're just saying summary books, no, we don't want those at all. And this is coming from the global retail partners. So D2D is going to be removing any summary books that has been published on their platform. They will also not accept any new publications of summary books. So they've got three main reasons over here as to why this is happening. But ultimately, they're saying removal of summary books will enable our retail partners to streamline the shopping experience, ensuring their customers can find and enjoy the high quality original content they've come to expect from their preferred bookstores. Okay, so let's go through some of the reasons. I'll show you some examples of what summary books look like, but let's go through the three reasons that D2D has given us. There are many factors that have led to this decision by the retailers. In fact, some retailers stopped accepting summary books years ago. Okay, oh, sorry, that's my cat. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, top three reasons: reader trust. Summary works often lead to reader. Yes, no. Sorry about that. That's my cat. Anyway, summary works often lead to reader confusion, as summary books can be mistaken for original works. Okay, so they can be mistaken for original works. Consumers can feel misled, which damages their shopping experience and lead to mistrust of the retailer. So that's number one. Number two is copyright concerns. A high percentage of summary books are produced without written permission from the original rights holders, raising concerns about copyright compliance. And there's also a thing about fair use and copyright. Now, I'm not a lawyer, so when I explain my bit, this is just from a layman. I don't know anything basically. Definitely do your own due diligence. Anyway, the third reason: excessive inventory. The relative ease with which summary books can be produced, published, and distributed has led to an overabundance of summary books on retail shelves. Okay, this is basically telling us that the same thing that happened with low and no content stuff, it just flooded the market. It just flooded the entire industry, and it wasn't manageable. Anyway, this excess glut can significantly diminish the browsing and discovery experience for readers. So there you have it, the D2D thing. I'm going to weigh in on this, but before I weigh in, I want to just show you like a few examples, and then I'll give you my thoughts on it. And if you don't like listening to me rant, don't worry about it. Just click off right now because I will be giving my rant. Okay. So let's check out a few summary books on. I'm going to show you Amazon. I'm also going to show you Hoopla. And then you can make your own decisions at the end of this video and see what you think. Let me know what you think as well. So we're on Amazon.com, and I've just, because I like Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's a really good book. I highly recommend it. The original, right? The original by James Clear. So anyway, here's an example of a workbook, Atomic Habits. I'm not sure if this is by James Clear. In fact, it's by a Liam Daniels, so I don't know who that is. Book 2 of 4, so feel free to go check that out. Anyway, I'm not sure that's a James Clear one. This one is James Clear. Okay, I'll show you how you can verify that. A workbook by Robin Reeds. I don't know who Robin Reeds is, but 292 reviews. My goodness. A guide to James Clear's book. I wonder if James Clear is aware that this is happening to his book, that people are doing workbooks and summary books. Anyway, let's go onto James Clear's website, jamesclear.com/books. So you go to books. These are his books. James Clear's Atomic Habits, his Clear Habit Journal. Okay, so this is obviously a low and no content, maybe nothing. It's a habit tracker. Okay, so if you look at this is just a habit tracker kind of thing. It's anyone can make that. Anyway, this is what he's got. And if you go back to Amazon, you can see he definitely doesn't have this book on his It's definitely not his book. Basically, it's a Robin Reed's book, doing a workbook for Atomic Habits. There's another workbook for Atomic Habits by Liam Daniels. So that's like workbook stuff. I'm gonna show you what it looks like for summary books. So have a look at summary books. Rebecca Yaros, who is incredibly successful. Anyway, Rebecca, I highly doubt you're gonna ever listen to this video. If anyone has like a direct line, feel free to send her this video. But here's the thing: study guide. Ooh, study guide by Super Summary. Woohoo! Well, Super Summary, December 29th, 2023, published this study guide of the Iron Flame by Rebecca Yaros. Now, yeah. So I don't know how we feel about this. This is a study guide. Super Summary is yeah, doing quite, maybe doing quite well. I don't know, but you can clearly see that, you know, this is not by this is not a Rebecca Yaros book, essentially. Okay, it's by someone else who's doing some kind of study guide. I'm not even gonna entertain more on that. Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. Kind of a mainstream, you know, business investing kind of thing. So he's got Rich Dad Poor Dad. Top tier summaries. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if that's one of his Robert Kiyosaki's businesses. Business News Publishing summary of Rich Dad Poor Dad analysis. So you know, that's this is another, okay, a summary of Rich Dad Poor Dad. Snowball Publishing, 16 reviews. A summary, an audiobook summary by people, and I yeah I. Do you see the problem with, you know, with this stuff? Like another summary book, David de Angeli, Angeli, I don't know how you want to pronounce that. My goodness. Audiobook summary. Okay. Anyway, there's even a book review. Woohoo! A book review by 50 Minutes. Check that out. 50 Minutes Publishing. Oh look, super summary here. Wow. Did we just see super summary? I believe we did. Super summary doing study guides for Iron Flame by Rebecca Yaros. Super summary doing study guides for Rich Dad Poor Dad. Now I know, and if you want to click off right now, I wouldn't blame you. I'm about to start ranting. I'm gonna show you Hoopla, which is kind of like it's basically the online library, right? So if you ever have like any books you don't want to buy, or can't afford to buy, because some people can't afford it. I get it, right? We've all been there. It's not always easy. So if you want to get your books from libraries, by all means. Anyway, the reason I want to show you Hoopla as the online library, look, they've got summary books of all sorts of books. You know, I'm not sure this is a James Clear one. Do you see the problem with summary books and workbooks that are not created by the original content creator, or even by anyone affiliated with the content creator? Now that's probably a leap on my end. I'm guessing that these people don't really have the rights to do these summary books. You know, IRB Media, if you want to comment on the video and say you've got, you know, summary books, you know, authorization by the publishers or the authors or whoever, you know, by all means, feel free to comment, and then we can have a chat about that. Falcon Press. Oh, look, Falcon Press. Anyway, guys, this thing has flooded the market. It's been here for ages. I've kept my mouth shut about this, but it really irks me because, like D2D has said, okay, in their reasoning, copyright concerns. High percentage of summary books are produced without written permission from the original rights holder or publisher, essentially. Right? So how I don't get who's someone's profiting from this, and it's not the original rights holder. It's not unlikely to be the publisher. I mean, there will be some percentage of summary books that do have the appropriate rights. I get that. But it makes me wonder about my books. Okay, anyone can just take any book and then do some kind of summary, and it's even easier to do summaries with AI these days. You just run it through an AI thing, and then, you know, voila, it's all done within seconds, and they just chuck it on wherever they want to chuck it on. I don't blame D2D. I don't blame the retailers, saying enough is enough. This is not okay. This is not on. So yeah, that's my stance. I think it's a good thing that they're taking action, but the problem now is that Genuine authors who have a workbook that want to accompany the original book, or genuine authors who have written a high level, maybe critique or summary of their own book, are no longer allowed to do this. So those people, unfortunately, will be caught up. So if you try and do a search on D2D draft2digital's knowledge base, and you do a search for summary, the word summary. Can I publish summary books or workbooks through D2D? No, D2D does not distribute summaries, workbooks, or similar type content. And that's the same with low and no content books. Because essentially it really has flooded the market. And I wonder, seriously, how many of these people have the appropriate rights? Okay, so if you are one of these people and you've done summary books, may I suggest that you stop doing it, because at some point, I think this game is gonna come to an end. I don't know what Amazon's stance is. Amazon hasn't really said anything yet. But you can't do it through D2D and other regular retailers. Okay, so maybe try and do something that you are actually an expert in, or you've got some kind of interest in. At least if you're gonna do summary books about atomic habits, I'm assuming that you've got a very good knowledge, about habits, and habit building or habit forming or breaking bad habits. I'm assuming you're an expert on that. Let's have a look. So IRB Media, good energy. I'm assuming you're very well versed with that area. Maybe you're very good with the Galveston diet. Well, it seems like you're very good at diet, so maybe you can do something around dieting. Glucose Revolution. There you go. Something about, basically, why don't you make some original content, okay? And maybe you can add some value to the world. I hope that this will get cleaned up really quick. I look forward to KDP's stance on this. I'm not sure if it's adding much value on KDP, to be honest. I would not be buying summary books, but I can see how other people may have been duped into buying summary books or workbooks that are not by the authors, like Super Summary. Like, it's very well made. Study guide. Look at that study guide, and all these kinds of things. I don't know. This is such a mess. It really is, and it shouldn't even have been allowed in the first place, in my opinion. But it has been, and I'm glad D2D and retailers are taking a stance on it finally. And I hope that whoever's publishing these, which is quite a lot of people, I know quite a few of them too. I'm not gonna name anyone, but I hope things will move on and you can find something a bit more appropriate. For example, creating original content. Like I say, you must be an expert in all these things, so it shouldn't be difficult for you to find content to create. Anyway, that's that's my view. That's my 2 cents. I hope you can go and check these things out yourself. Check it out on Hoopla. Check it out on your own retailers and see what you think. Let me know what you think, actually. So basically, if you've got any books out, like me, I've got some books out. I'm not gonna get any royalties. I'm not gonna get anything because someone else has taken my work. So my work is all for nothing. But the summary books are gonna make the royalties. So yeah, I get none. But there you go, summary books or workbooks. So how do you feel about it? Let me know. I know I went on a little bit of a rant. I apologize. So if you don't mind, boop the like button if you like the rants or the content. If you got a book or two published and you want to get book reviews the legit way, check out this playlist. Or if you're considering using Amazon's publishing arm, Kindle Direct Publishing, KDP, and you want some perspective on it, then click on this video right here where I share my thoughts and what you need to be aware of. Hit that like button. I'll see you there.